Right, so what is up guys, SDPeasy here, and today we have come across something absolutely mental that we just have to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. We're going to be looking today at the UK's answer to a thing we've talked about before, TikTok houses. Of course, we all know about the house in America that is scamming everyone with their fake chain, all the rubbish, the Hype House. We all know about the Hype House, and the UK now has a response. We've not really had a response to this in sort of like a big like mansion type idea, but now we do. It's called the Wave House. Now, you may have seen these on TikTok recently, and if you haven't, I'd be quite surprised. They've probably been on pretty much everyone's For You page on the app, simply because they've managed to, in about 2 weeks, get to about 2.5 million followers, which is kind of mental. The growth they're receiving is absolutely mad. It's like astronomical, the way they've just gone from like nothing to 2.5 mil in like pretty much 2 weeks. Kind of mad. But I think the more pressing thing we need to talk about is it's almost like a cult. Like it's just like a cult of posh people. It's a bit, yeah. Right, so it's run by this bloke. Right, we'll just get out of the way. The house is banging. It's a $5 million £5 million house, apparently $7 million. It is absolutely beautiful. The house is stunning. It's amazing. But like when you think about like the Hype House, it's in LA. It's like it's sort of like it's a massive, like, it's really populated YouTube area. The Wave House is like in the Cotswolds. It's in the countryside. It's not like in London or anything, like a big city. It's in the middle of nowhere in the countryside. So, it's run by a guy called Bobby Moore. Now, if you don't know who Bobby Moore is, I mean, you probably will have seen him on social media before at some point. He's pretty much been kicking around since Vine. He's now obviously a TikToker, and Instagram, YouTube, all the social medias, of course. Now, if you've never seen him before, he pretty much just does those sort of YouTube videos where like they tell a story, and they like to say like, guess how this man got murdered by this kid, and then like they'll get like half through the story and it'll be like and follow for part 2, like the classic TikTok clickbaity, bring the following in content. Now I believe he's got about 5 million plus followers on TikTok, which is kind of mad. Like his TikTok following is actually kind of mental. In fact, do you know what? We'll have a look. Right. So yeah, as you can see, look, 5.5 million followers, Bobby Moore. Now, like I said, he does the sort of TikTok content where you have part 1, part 2. Like it's almost storytelling content. But obviously, it's worked out for him. He's managed to get to 5.5 million followers, which is obviously absolutely insane. It's crazy numbers. Fair play to him. He's done well for himself. So they've started up this house. Now, where quite he has this money from, I'd love to know. Where he's got like £7 million or $7 million or whatever to buy this mansion in the Cotswolds, in the countryside. It is amazing. And they've got a helicopter. It's mad. Like, it's actually mental, but it's like scarily crazy. Like, they all wear masks, and I think all we've pretty much had so far is their mask reveals and like who's going to be in the house. And it's safe to say they've not gone down well, really. Nobody knows who they are. So yeah, it's a bit ropey. We'll go through them. And you can see if you know who any of these guys are. I actually only knew 2 of them. I think I recognised a third, but that really was pushing it, saying I recognised 3 of them. I realistically only knew 2, and properly only knew 1 of 6 people they've announced. So, as you've probably seen, as in the thumbnail, they've got this helicopter. They all come like around the sides of the helicopter. They're all stood there for a pose, for a photo. There's 6 people, 3 girls, 3 boys. And you're thinking, with the following they've got, the amount of money they clearly have, these have got to be massive people. People you know, you watch on TikTok every single day. People you really, really know. People that have massive TikTok followings. And they're just not. Really? Like, some of them don't even really do make TikToks. It's not their main thing. They do other things, like, it's kind of mad. Right, so the first person revealed, we've got Eloise. Now, pretty much everybody in the comments of this video, and now if you haven't seen this video, this is the most sort of famous, well-known one, most viral one. Of course, she is basically taking a bath in milk, and there's flowers in the bath, and she's just laying in milk, and she just sort of removes the mask, this black mask, and it's this girl called Eloise, and nobody knew who she was. And nobody still does. Like, nobody knows who this is. No one's heard of her before. I think she's got, let's have a look. She's got She's got 2.4 million followers on TikTok. Now, I assume she's probably gained a lot of that since joining Wave House, but nobody knew who she was, and the comments weren't best pleased. They just kicked off, basically saying, "Who the hell's this? Get rid of her. Don't know who she is. Should have left the mask on." It's nobody knows. Second one, he walks along with a flare. You've got some dogs going mad. It's some bloke called Jimbo. I don't know who it is. I just don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. And at this point, you've probably seen a trend. But now we've got another one. A girl dives into a swimming pool. It's a girl called Katie. I don't know who that is either. I've never seen any of these people before in my life. I don't know who they are. I'm very confused. Right, now we do actually have one that I did recognise. We have Kami. Now, if you don't know who Kami is, he is also known as Touch Delight, or as some people know him, Touch the Nonce, as he was accused in the past of being a bit of a nonce, doing some very dodgy things with some underage peoples. That's all I shall say. But yes, he's now in the house. Basically, he's a massive internet troll. He's very good at pissing people off. A lot of people find him funny. A lot of people don't find him funny because he's very good at winding you up. That's pretty much what his content is. He's very good at winding other people up. And he gets views out of it. So fair play. Like, he was the first one I knew. Like, I actually knew one of them now. I'm one of 4. It's not great, but, you know, could be worse. On to number 5. We've got some sort of snake wrapped around his neck. He pulls a mask off. It's some bloke called Elmo Films. I don't know who he is. I just, like, maybe you guys do. Maybe you guys know who these people are. I just don't know any of them. I've never seen any of them before in my life. I don't know who they are. It's rubbish. How can someone who watches TikTok every day and follows YouTube every day and massively use Instagram every day not know who these people are that are going into this like £5 million house? How can I not know who they are? I don't get it. And then last of all, we've got a carriage coming along with the last girl steps out of it. It's almost like Cinderella-esque, and it is Millie T. Now, we know who Millie T is. Everyone knows who Millie T is. She's been very big and famous on YouTube. Part of the X Academy scheme. I've got not a bad word to say about her. I actually quite like her. Follow her on Instagram. She's pretty sound. She's done very well for herself. She's just a very decent person. She's actually alright. She's the only one that I actually knew and was like, do you know what? You're actually alright. I don't mind you. So like I said before, they've basically just been accused. Well, not really accused, but a lot of people are saying they're just sort of like a cult. Like, the mask thing is just a bit strange. It's just a bit weird. Like, who thought of that? Who thought, let's all put masks with studs on and reveal ourselves? And they all struggle to take them off. It's very weird. And the best thing about it, the masks, they look like that girl off the Cube. You know, the one that does the demonstrations for you. Shows you how to do the task. Looks like her with a little face mask on. But, oh, look, we'll reveal who you are. Like, it's just a bit shit. Like, it's a bit rubbish. I don't get it, considering I just don't understand it. They just seem a bit weird. It's beyond me. I don't quite get what I watch. I've watched all their videos and still don't understand who a lot of them are. Apparently, Katie is well known for going to the most expensive boarding school, private school in the UK. So basically, she's just rich. She's basically just rich and posh. The rest of them seem pretty rich, pretty well off. They've not had a difficult life. Except for, I know Millie T isn't exactly rich. She is now, but she wasn't as a kid. The rest of them just seem like they've had easy lives and they've just had everything handed to them on a silver spoon. Like they just do. I mean, the house just looks like somewhere where Prince Andrew would live. Make of that of what you will. With recent news about Prince Andrew. So just make of that of what you will. But yeah, I don't really get it. It's a TikTok house. It's our response. It's the UK's response to the Hype House. Is it better than the Hype House? The house is nicer. Definitely. Isn't it middle of nowhere? So it's a bit pointless. Yes. Nobody really knows who the people are. And obviously, so, like, you're more likely to know them if you're from the UK. Like, as I started to look through their content, I started to be like, oh, do you know what? I've seen them before. I just didn't know their name. Or I've seen that person somewhere on TikTok. I just didn't know who it was. But the problem is, this has reached America. This has reached America because obviously TikTok is where America is at its biggest. And obviously all the comments are just, I don't know who this is. We're Americans. It's not Addison Rae, Noah Beck, Lil Huddy. I don't know who you are. And of course, because that is more hype. Like, it's more hype for the page is building followers quicker and quicker and quicker. It's growing quicker and quicker and quicker. But yeah, TikTok houses, just houses full of people who dance to the Renegade. But yeah, that's just, I just thought we had to cover it. I thought it was funny. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if you have done. Subscribe if you're new around here and hit that notification bell if this is your first time on the channel. We do plenty more videos like this, and we can do pretty much anything you want we can cover on the channel. So drop it in the comments if you think there's a topic I should be covering, or if you think there's a video you'd like me to make in the future. I know a few guys have been doing that recently, so much appreciated for those. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Like I say, if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you do and join the family. We've just hit 1.3k subscribers, so thank you very much for your recent support. It's been insane. Very, very appreciated. Let's try and get to 1.5 by the end of the year. We've got a few months. I think we can do it. Thank you very much for watching.
I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever when I can't